Welcome back to another video. Today we are experiencing the South Dade Transitway, home of the first bus rapid transit system in the entire Miami-Dade County, and the first of its kind in terms of being electric and being 20 miles long along the corridor. First of its kind in the entire country. Standing outside one of the BRT stations, which has amenities like Wi-Fi, air conditioning, it's got indoor seating outlets, and then it has a platform with level boarding. Best of all is that you can pay before you get in the station and before you get on the bus. So it helps the whole process, the onboarding process, be so much faster. Everybody getting on the bus has already paid. But the most important thing about this entire corridor is the fact that it is advertised as having rail-like travel time. What does that mean? It means as it approaches each intersection, gate arms come down and hold off cross traffic. That way, between stops, no stopping for traffic lights, and theoretically, if nobody from one end to the other, which is 20 miles, if nobody brings that thing to stop the bus at the nearest stop, then you're going from one end to the other without completely stopping. I believe the speed limit is 35 miles an hour, if I'm not mistaken. Let's give you a tour of the station, give you a tour of the platform, tour of the bus, and let's get on the bus to ride along on the first BRT corridor. So folks that want to get on the bus will go through this. Give you guys the full experience. You can either tap to pay or you can buy one of those day passes or week passes here. And then you'll scan. So once you pay and walk right through here, you go right inside of this cool air-conditioned station. They've got screens for you to monitor when that bus that you're getting on is arriving. Got a window view of where the buses will come through, so really no way to miss it. These really large windows on both sides of the station, a lot of seating. And then when it is time to actually board the bus, you walk through here onto the platform. Whether you're going southbound or northbound, you just get right on the bus. This is the inside of the BRT Metro Express buses that will serve this corridor. They are all electric, which is very nice. I had some trouble initially finding the outlets and even found myself getting very low to spot one in a hard to reach area. Thankfully, the nice driver let me know they are positioned there because it's wheelchair seating. The regular seats have the outlets facing outward. Unfortunately, no USB-C, which is a bummer because the station platform outlets offers both kinds. Moving towards the rear, we see that this is an articulated bus, so there's higher capacity and even some elevated seats. Now for folks bringing bicycles, usually you mount them to the front of the bus before you get on board, but the BRT buses have space for 2 bikes to be stored inside. There's no shortage of screens on the bus letting riders know of each approaching stop, and best of all, level boarding, so folks with trouble walking can seamlessly get on and off board. They also have a ramp ready for those in wheelchairs, since I did notice there's still a small gap between the bus and platform. So after touring the bus, we got to the part where several elected officials got to speak about the BRT system, including our County Mayor Daniela Levine Cava, State Rep Mario Diaz-Balart, and Carlos Jimenez. So a little backstory on BRT. So this was approved by then Mayor Carlos Jimenez in 2018. This was pushed aggressively by him, and now it's 2025 and we finally have it opening. At the time, he said the reason why we are not doing Metro Rail extension because there wasn't enough boardings, enough ridership for this to even be feasible, because the cost of Metro Rail is estimated to be above $1 billion. Mind you, this costs about $300+ million for the BRT and the stations and everything being upgraded on the corridor. What ridership did Jimenez have in mind to make this feasible? Anywhere between 35 and 40,000 daily riders is what he was quoted saying in 2018. At the grand opening, he echoed those exact same sentiments.
A lot of people have said, why not rail? Why not a train? Simply put, you don't have the ridership here to qualify for a train. But what we needed to do was build that ridership. Once the ridership increases, you have to use the BRT in order to demonstrate that the ridership is there. Sometime in the future, maybe another mayor will then allocate the funds to build a rail system down to South Dade.
After a dozen speakers, it was finally time to cut the ribbon and join the mayor for the inaugural ride. I got on the first Metro Express bus, which was packed with not only elected officials, but also a lot of media. We took off and got our second ribbon cutting, this time in a much cooler fashion with the bus driving right through it. Now I know this won't show the full experience a regular rider will have because we had a police escort and we're driving really slow, but in a sense, it gave you an idea of what a straightforward ride looks like with no red lights. We were riding along smoothly and even got a glimpse of the 6-story parking garage under construction at the BRT station located at Southwest 168th Street. So this is the 6-story parking garage that they have constructed at Southwest 168th Street. As you guys can tell, right at the bottom level. They've got this big opening for, as you guys saw, the buses to go through. And there is a normal BRT station, one of 14 along the corridor. So it's not like they just put a bus bench there. This is the full BRT station experience with this massive parking garage. Over 600 spaces. They've got electric vehicle parking. They've got a kiss and ride section so you can get dropped off somewhere. I believe it's somewhere along this back road right over here. But again, over 600 spaces. Is it overkill? Who knows? We'll find out to see how much in use this garage will be. They're currently still working on it. They also have these bike storages that you can see at each of the BRT stations. A screen here that will let riders know. They'll also have a bunch of them at the station, but if you happen to be along the side, then you can tell when the bus is arriving to this destination. I think an interesting touch is this massive LED screen that overlooks the BRT station over here. And they do have these loudspeakers, as you guys are hearing an announcement. It really does feel like a train station, along with the platforms that are leveled with the buses. We saw the stairs on the other side, but this is where the elevator will be. And I'm not sure if it's even installed. It kind of looks like it is. Here's another elevator shaft, so you can really just park up there, come down the elevator, walk in the station, pay before you get on, sit inside the air-conditioned station. When the bus arrives, step on the platform and just get on. And you can get on through essentially any door on the bus. Normally on the bus, you get on the front, maybe exit in the back, but you get on any door because everybody who's getting on the bus has already paid. And I think that's such a cool idea. It speeds up the boarding process and those that are getting off the bus as well. So really cool. I asked one of the workers that are actively, working on the construction of this parking garage, when is it expected to open? And I heard some of this during the grand opening, basically within the next month to 45 days. On the way back to where we started, I happened to catch the gate arms coming down as they normally would when service officially launches on October 27th. The idea is to keep the bus moving across intersections uninterrupted. Here's an example of those gate arms going down with the bell sound, just like a train would have at the intersection. So they're currently doing tests because I don't see any express bus in the vicinity. We have that one that was just waiting there for it to turn green. So they are doing those testing a few days before the grand opening on Monday. I got to speak to one of the elected officials that attended the grand opening of BRT. This is the Vice Mayor of Palmetto Bay, which is one of the municipalities that this corridor goes through. So here's what he had to say about BRT.
Hey, my name is Vice Mayor Mark Merwitzer. I'm the Vice Mayor of Palmetto Bay. Behind me is the ribbon cutting of the bus rapid transit system. I know so many across South Dade have wanted rail for a long time, but my message to you is that these stations behind me are configured for an easy conversion to Metro Rail in the future. So once we get enough riders on this bus behind us, we will be able to start the process of converting this to rail. And what I would just say is try out this new system. It's like green eggs and ham. You have to try it before you knock it.
All right, so we're just outside of the station and they do advertise having free Wi-Fi. I'm not sure if it's already turned on, but we're gonna go check it out. So there it is. Guests at Miami-Dade Gov. Free Wi-Fi at every BRT station and also on the Metro Express bus. I'm trying to download the speed test app so I can, test the Wi-Fi speed, and it's taking so long. All right, here we go. It might be the first ever speed test of a BRT station in Miami-Dade County. Let's go. Let's see how fast the Wi-Fi is at the station. I mean, it doesn't have to be crazy. You're just waiting for the bus, and maybe you just want to send some tweets or post to Instagram. So the download speed is 9.78 and the upload is about the same, 9.92 download speed. I don't know, what do you guys think? It's not too bad. I mean, it took a while to download this app, but for normal web browsing while you're waiting for the bus over here, I don't think it's that crazy. I mean, it plays YouTube just fine. By the way, this is my last video. So I mean, everything appears to be buffering just fine. So yeah, first all electric, longest BRT corridor in the nation here in Miami-Dade County, first of its kind in the county history. What do you guys think about this entire corridor? And do you have a similar one near where you live, or have you ever been on one in the country or outside of the country? I believe Mexico has their own version in a similar sense. So I want to hear how it compares to those outside of Miami-Dade County. So with that said, hit the like button, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one.